ways that you can implement your pause, okay? So start your meal with a prayer, if you pray, or a statement, or whatever you want to do, or your deep breath, okay? Practice sitting down, breathing for a second, just sit, just collecting yourself, and then going. Not eating in your car, not eating in front of the computer, not eating in front of the TV, not rushing, just you and your plate, and your family, whoever else is there. Another thing you can do is, if you're eating with your family, wait till everybody sits down. Then sit there and wait till everybody starts eating, and then take your bite. It's just a way to kind of watch and kind of stop yourself and kind of force yourself to slow down. Number 3, set a 10-minute timer. I do this all the time. So I work here, and then I get home a little bit before everybody else starts kind of rolling in. And when I walk in, I've got like my dirty Tupperware containers, I've got all my stuff, I'm just like sitting it down, and I get that feeling, and I don't know if any of you have experienced this when you come home from a day of work, but you get that feeling of like, what can I eat? What can I eat? What can I munch on? I want to grab something. And all that is your stress from the day. Your stress saying, okay, let's eat something. Okay, that'll make you feel better. Now you'll release some dopamine. So I go over to my oven or my microwave, whatever. I set 10 minutes, and then I go and I sit down. Or I try and just think, okay, Erin, you're just stressed, you're okay. And I will guarantee you, when that timer goes off, that feeling will be gone. And if it's not, set it again. Try and go through it again. Okay?
I tell people wait an hour, and then
Okay.
check to see, because then you'll know if it's actually hungry.
Yeah, for sure.
Or your body.
Definitely.
Being used
I have to
eating
say
at
that to my
specific
daughter.
time.
Yeah. If you really are, wanting to know if you want to eat some more, wait a little bit longer. Most of the time, though, like I said, it will go away. Your brain will calm down, and you'll make it through, and you'll be fine. Okay, so, and then number 4 is another one that I actually do a lot as well. If you're at like a big family gathering, it's Thanksgiving, it's Easter, it's Christmas, whatever, and everybody's there, and my family always puts it out like buffet style, and you can get your food. So what I do is, I'm the last person to get my food. I mean, I don't announce it, and nobody really knows I'm doing that, but I'm just like talking, because I'm always talking, or I'm just, oh, you go ahead. And usually my brothers, I have 2 brothers, they're usually like first in the line, they gotta hurry up and get their food. And the reason I'm last is because usually when I sit down, one of my brothers that was first is done. And so then they're getting up, and they're getting ready to get their second. And I haven't even started. So it's just it's like a little mental trick, because then he sees my full plate, and he feels like he's missing out, because he already ate his, and he doesn't remember. So he gets up, and he goes again. Okay, so that's just something like, I have been doing that probably over 10 years. Nobody's caught on. Nobody's like, what are you doing? Go get your food, So I've always done that, and it just kind of helps, and it kind of helps me slow down as well. Gives me a minute to be like, okay, let me survey the foods. I never think food should be off limits, especially on a holiday, but that way you can look and be like, okay, well, I don't really like that food, so I'm not going to get it. It's not really, but I do like that, and I do like that. So that kind of gives you a minute, instead of just like, let me just put every single thing on my plate. Kind of gives you like an action plan. Okay. The third key to cravings is maybe it's more. Okay. What I mean by that is, so you've decided ahead of time, you're making decisions, you're committing, you're honoring your commitment to yourself, you're pausing, you're breathing, you're meditating, you're doing it all, but you still feel this strong urge for cravings, okay? So that's where what I do comes into play, and Heather, because sometimes the issues do go deeper, okay? Sometimes you have hormone imbalances, and we already talked about cortisol. Cortisol is a hormone. Insulin is a hormone, okay? And sometimes cortisol can be so high for so long that all of your other hormones aren't working correctly, okay? And that is causing you to feel off and causing you to crave, okay? Vitamin deficiencies. Does anybody know that when you're really craving chocolate, it could just be because you're deficient in magnesium. Okay, magnesium is a mineral that a lot of people are deficient in. It's wonderful. It's my favorite thing. But we don't have, our soil isn't rich with magnesium like it was at one point. So sometimes we can crave things because we are low in vitamins. Does anybody know what a leaky gut is? Kind of, sorta. Okay, so that just kind of means that you have literal holes in your intestine. Okay. Yeah. Well, it's a little bit different than that. Your intestinal walls should be, solid. The food should go in there. We should digest it. But sometimes we have holes in it, and the food goes into your bloodstream and it affects you. And that's kind of how autoimmune happens. Okay, so sometimes we have that leaky gut, and working with somebody like me can help you repair it because you can repair it. And then if you have a food intolerance, a lot of people have food intolerances and they really don't realize it. And it's not until you take that food away for a period of time and then maybe try it again and you realize, oh wow, I feel like garbage, I didn't realize it. So you could be feeling off from a food intolerance. Maybe you drink milk every day but your body doesn't like it, and then you feel bad, and then you spend your day tired and craving foods, okay? So there's that. So we're just going to review our things we went over. So on our first, we made decisions ahead of time. We're avoiding analysis paralysis and holding firm in your choices, okay? If you take away anything, that would be my thing. That would make me the happiest. Deciding that you're going to do something for yourself and doing it, okay? I was working with somebody this morning, and I said, take me through your day. How does your day start? She said, well, I want my day to start at 5 a.m. because I want to get up, I want to drink my coffee, I want to journal, I want to do some yoga, I want to do these things for myself. But really what happens is I hit snooze until 6:30, and then I get up. And I said, yeah, and then when you get up, then are your kids already up? Yeah, they're up. I'm like, so you get up, boom, your mom, that's it. That time that you had to yourself, that little tiny window, that is gone. And your mom, and you're in it, and they're coming for you, and there's no stopping them, and that's and that's how it is, and you don't ever get that time, and you're like, what about me? What about me? What about me? Okay? So her intention was to do that. That was her goal. But every time we make a goal like that and then we don't do it, then we start to let ourselves down and we start to think like, oh gosh, I can't do it. But I promise you, you make an intention for yourself, you write it down, you set one intention, and then you actually do it, it creates a cascade of things where you feel like, wow, like I did that, and now I can do this, and now I can do this, and now I'm gonna drink my coffee black, or whatever, crazy thing. That's my goal. I'll never be able to do it. It's disgusting. Anyway, so I'll let you guys know if I do. But anyway, so that would be my thing. If you take that away, you do that, that would be amazing. That would be for you, okay? Because that's what's important. You're doing things for other people. That's for you, okay? Next, the power of the pause. That is also important, but that's something that, you're just going to have to implement in your day, here and there, when it comes up. Taking that minute to just pause. Just breathe. Lock yourself in a closet. Close the door. Go to the bathroom and just close the door and read a magazine, okay? Have time for yourself to pause, okay? I guarantee it will help you collect before you go to eat that meal. Okay, and then maybe it's more. So we are a business, and we offer free consultations. They're 15-minute consultations. You can always schedule one of those. I can listen to you tell me your day and your food, and I can pretty much get a feeling on what's going on with you, okay? And honestly, they're not usually that complicated of things that are happening, okay? It's just something maybe you're not seeing, okay? Going back to that, when we close, and I'll explain what you had on your chair in a minute, but when we close, Heather will be in her office, and if you do want to set up a free consultation, you can do that. Or I can contact you. You can fill out one of these pieces of paper, give it to me, and I'll just contact you if you want. Okay, no obligation. And lastly, I will tell you that I'm starting the next group. It's a group coaching, 8 weeks for wellness and weight loss. It's an 8-week program, meets every week. We won't meet Memorial Day. But it's just for accountability. Has anybody ever done a group setting type thing like that? Okay, so I am very, I'm more of an extrovert, so I do kind of like the group setting because you get kind of ideas from other people, you get accountability, they kind of celebrate your successes, and you meet new people, and I will also tell you it is a really good value for the money, okay? So obviously you're not paying as much as you would one-on-one, okay? And then just right here at the bottom, one of our patients that sees both of us, she did call me the other day, and she said, oh, Erin, she said, I have to tell you, you were so on it. She's like, I feel so clear-minded, I feel so much better than I have felt in a long time. And she talked to Heather again the other day and said like the exact same thing. So she was, you girls are just going to change my life, is what she said. So that's all I have for you. On your chairs, so Heather